You stated that you realized that it was a mistake when it had been aired publicly, and that if only you had a moment to reflect on it, you wouldn't have done that. You stated that as though the video were done in isolation, except that it wasn't done in isolation, because on the evening of December 1st, the day before the Liberal leadership announcement, an interview in the Globe and Mail written by Laura Stone was published, in which you praised Mr. Fraser and offered partisan comments. Did you think that that interview was going to be in private?
No, not at all. Through you, Madam Chair, I was being interviewed, and I made it again clear during that interview that it wasn't talking about his current place. I was talking about, matter of fact, if we can get the transcripts of it from Ms. Stone, I said very clearly that I can't talk about political current affairs, but I could certainly talk about the man that I knew.
You made partisan comments, including referring to the Liberal Party as our party. Those were your words. You thought it was appropriate to take an interview with Laura Stone in your capacity as Speaker of the House to speak about a sitting MPP who is the leader of the Ontario Liberal Party, or was, on the eve of a convention. You thought that that was appropriate as Speaker of the House of Commons.
Through you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Cooper, I had an interview with Ms. Stone to talk about the person who I knew, the person who had an interaction with, and I made it very clear during the interview that it's not to talk about current politics. I couldn't do that as Speaker.
Well, you did refer to the Liberal Party as our party, and I would submit, Mr. Fergus, with the greatest respect, the fact that you didn't see an issue with that demonstrates or raises questions about your judgment. Now, I do want to drill down on your statement around the video and how that came about. You said that you were approached by a family member of Mr. Fraser. Who was that family member?
Through you, Madam Chair, I'd be happy to provide all the information on this.
A simple question. Who was the family member?
Madam Chair, I've been a member of PROC, and I know that we've been very careful about revealing the names of family members. I'm happy to provide that information, and I will, to the clerk of PROC. But
when was the request made?
May I ask that the committee speak to Mr. Fraser and ask him if it's okay for him to reveal the name of the family member?
Well, so I think I'm pausing the time for a second. I think what Mr. Cooper has done is move on, because we do know that you're undertaking to bring those documents. I will confirm that all members want those documents at the end of your appearance. We still have lots of time with you. But what I hear from Mr. Cooper is that he has moved on, asking when the request was made. So I feel Mr. Cooper hears what you're saying. I think he has the same regard. So the floor is back yours, Mr. Cooper.
When was the request made?
The request was made on November 27th.
November 27th?
That is correct.
Okay. And in your statement to the House on December 4th, you stated that you were asked to record a video to be played at an intimate gathering. What was that intimate gathering?
It was to be through you, Madam Chair, it was to be a surprise goodbye with members of Mr. Fraser's team to be played on December 1st.
To be played at December 1st. And who was Mr. Fraser's team?
I don't know, but I'm assuming it was close folks who had been...
I presume you're talking about his political team? Would that be Mr. Fraser's team?
I'm assuming it would comprise part of his political team, but it certainly could be other friends and family and gathering.
And the event was to be held on December 1st. Where was the event? What location?
I do not know.
So you had no idea? But you knew it was going to be played for Mr. Fraser's team. The number of people there you weren't sure of. And as you indicated, part of that would have been his political team. So, Mr. Fergus, that again raises serious questions about your judgment. And when did you find out that it was played at the Ontario leadership announcement? What time before then were you alerted that it would be played?
I wasn't alerted at all that it would be played. Indeed, I had received assurances that it wouldn't be played publicly.
From who?
From the family member.
From the family member. And so you mean to tell me you found out at the same time the public found out?
Through you, Madam Chair, that is absolutely correct.
And you had indicated that a staff member recorded the video in your office. Who was a staff member who recorded the video?
Okay.
I've asked a simple question.
You have asked a simple question. I'm taking by the response and the beep, beep, beep that we're not getting that answer, but it sounds...
No, I'd be happy to provide that answer. I'm a little uncomfortable on, again, it's a tradition of this committee and of this House is that the Member of Parliament is responsible for the actions of his or her staff. I could tell her that it was a staff member.
Excellent.
And it was my staff member from my Hill office.